I'm here with Virginia tennis assistant coach Andres Pedroso, and senior day tomorrow with Sanam, Singh, and Michael Shabaz, obviously the big headliners. I understand, you've had quite an impact this year with some of the things you've, harped on and kind of tried to teach them. When you come into a program like this, what are some of the things when you have stars like that you've tried to kind of improve on in their games and stuff like that?
Well, they've come a long way since they first started here at UVA, and Brian and Tony did a phenomenal job, and Derek within the last 3 years. And so when I came here, I tried to make little suggestions here and there, gain their trust, but I wasn't really going to change too much of a winning formula. We've been able to take some strides with both of them as far as their game styles, their physicality, how they approach the game strategy-wise, but overall, they're great tennis players. Coaching them is pretty easy because they've got good instincts out there. They understand the game very well, and like I said, Brian and Tony and Derek did a great job the last 3 years with both of them.
This is the question I'd really dying to ask you. Just as a guy who I know played on the tour himself, what kind of potential do both Sanam and Shabaz have at the next level? Because you'd be the one to ask a question like that.
I think they both proved it before at the challenger level, but I think both of them are totally capable of being top 100 players at some point. The tour is very different. Sometimes you got to go to places that are very remote with not that much of a crowd, and everyone plays well. There are no easy matches, so it's a bit of a grind. But I think we've prepared them well through conversations and experiences here, and that's the whole idea of this program, is to prepare kids to go play professional tennis and achieve success in whatever industry they try and undergo.
You just mentioned that adjustment that the college player has to make to the pro game. When you were a player, what were the biggest things that you had to do? You mentioned the smaller crowds and things like that.
Yeah, in college you win a lot of weekends, and on tour during the weeks you usually lose almost every single week. You probably win, the best players in the world probably win 8 or 9 tournaments a year, if that. So every other week they're losing. So it's all about managing the wins and the losses, and learning from the losses, and losing on a Monday and training through that week, and making that week a productive week of practice so that you're ready to play the next week. That's probably a big obstacle when it comes to playing on tour.
And then my final question for you would just be about the freshman who everybody's talking about, Domijan. What kind of potential does this guy have someday?